Hello everyone. If you know me, then you know this video has been a long time coming. The follow-up to the Master Grade Barbatos, the Master Grade Barbatos Lupus, is here, and I wish to talk about it. I'm gonna do my best to not hold back my punches. It is my favorite Gundam design of all time, so I'm going to be quite judgmental with it. I've already done a few videos on Barbatos before, so I like to think you already know who this is. But to explain it briefly, this is the main robot from Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, a series which I hold very close to my heart, which I will be spoiling. Well, maybe not every bit of it, but if you want to watch the series blind, especially the second season, then turn away. So, spoiler warning in place, let's actually take a look at this. Starting with the box and the build. The box is divine. Wonderful photos of the complete model and inner frame, along with a fantastic piece of art. Master Grades have incredible artwork, and this is no exception. Although, there were two weird things I noticed. First up, the pose is kind of familiar, and where this is taking place, because it's, to be frank, inaccurate. I know that this is the Lupus's most iconic scene, but the original Barbatos's box art took place also on Mars. Don't even get me started on how inaccurate that one was. They're both still incredible pieces of art. I just think that the new one could have had the setting of either that brief time on Earth, or that three-way fight with it, the Regenlays, and the Hugo. That's just me being particular though. This box art is still awesome. And so was the build. I know that a lot of people complained about having to jump runners a lot between the old Barbie stuff and the new one, but I think it's well worth it. The inner frame was improved, and little bonus thing, it came with all the right stuff to fix my old one. The model's so good it repairs the previous version. After that wonderful build, we get to the main event. And oh my god, it's so beautiful. The design of the Lupus has been incredibly recreated. A sleek, yet strong design, brought to life with such intricate detail. There are so many parts of this that I think exceed and make the original design even better. If you thought that the original Master Grade Barbie was lacking in panel lining, then this has that in spades. I'm perfectly happy how mine is right now, but if you go that extra mile, it will be stunning. The colors on this also just pop. The white, pristine. The blue, royal. The red, on point. The yellow, good enough. Essentially, it ranges from serviceable to really nice. The best color on this, though, would have to be the green. The knees have green, reflective stickers put behind transparent plastic, which gives off almost a glowing effect under certain lighting. And whenever lights hit the reflective stickers in the eyes a certain way, just looks like it's aura farming. While we're at the head, I think they went with the best possible design for it. If I remember correctly, in the show, the face at least was drawn a few different ways, and the look they've landed on definitely captures the spirit of the character. Threatening, yet brightly coloured. Although, something just can't be pretty to survive my grading. So, how does it feel? To be blunt, very nice. There's a lot of mass to it, and I feel it could take a few fills. It doesn't feel as dense as a normal action figure or a transformer, but it's still very well put together. I hope you've noticed that throughout this video, this thing is quite poseable. The Lupus has so many joints. It has even more than the Master Grade Barbatos had, mainly because of the additions to the inner frame. The torso in particular is just factually better than before. The only thing to look out for is the side skirts, because apparently they are fragile. So just keep that in mind. For other moving parts, there's these grappler things in the backpack. There's nothing wrong with them, they're just a weird addition. I'm adding this after the fact, but I realized they might be a little reference to what the Lupus gets in the future. And then there's the arm cannons, which have some moving parts. They're really well designed and I think should be mandatory on every Barbatos Lupus release, something which the high grade failed to do. I think this is a good point for us to get to the other accessories. And you get just about the right amount. You get a little unpainted Mika, not only standing but inside the cockpit as well. You get closed, holding, and open hands. I know that the fingernails on these aren't white, but I don't think it's that much of an issue. I think if it was the Lupus rags, then I would complain, but here, I'll survive. Along with these, you get the maces. These are not nearly as cool as the MG Barbie's mace. They don't even have the pile bunker thing, but these are still awesome. You get some adapters as well to put these onto the back. You can do some fun things with them. You also get a stand adapter. I wonder what you can do with this. And I have to give special attention to the final accessory, the Mace Sword. Such an awesome weapon, given an incredible upgrade in detail. It's way more mean than previous versions of this weapon. The high grade has nothing on this. What surprises me is that the Lupus here has no issue holding on to it, despite the size. It really is just fantastic. Especially with how this weapon has inspired my taste in characters. And overall, this is about all you could ask for in terms of accessories. There are, of course, the arm rocket launchers, but those come later. As for what comes in the base model, there's not much I could really complain about. The accessories are on point, but to get into complaints properly, even if there are very few of them, the thumbs can pop off pretty easily. These white bits that go over the pistons are a bit annoying. And the engines on the legs don't move like the ones on the original Barbie did. 2 of those can be fixed with enough effort, and that third one, really not that big of an issue, at least to me. Since we're getting close to wrapping up, I say we do some quick size comparisons. It is a bit strange how it's shorter than the Master Grade Barbie with the upgrade set. Not bad, I just didn't know that was the scale. So, what's my conclusion on this model that I've waited so long for? Well, sometimes when you want something and you finally get it after so long, it can be disappointing because it doesn't live up to your expectations. But this is everything I wanted. Not only am I happy with the Master Grade Barbatos Lupus, but it makes me hopeful for the future. And let's just say there's a good reason I put off this video for a while. Okay, let's calm it with the theatrics. The expansion part set is something which I never thought they'd make. I mean, the eye effect, the giant sword from the Rhine car, surely that would be too much, right? Surely at the Master Grade scale, this is pushing it. But they did it! At an extra cost, but still they did it! I may or may not have gotten 2 Lupuses just for this, which will help with comparisons. But anyway, what comes in this box? First up, we've got the arm rocket launchers. They're bulky and look like they carry quite the ammunition. Very stylish, even if I do wish they had a bit of functionality. These parts look like they can spin, but they don't. I know people wanted these to be included with the main figure, and they probably would have been if this expansion set didn't exist. I'm personally fine with it, but I think it is annoying for those who want the arm cannons, but don't want to get the whole set. Since we're talking about weapons, we may as well just talk about the Valkyria sword now. This thing is giant, awesome, and imposing at the same time. The detail is just right. There are enough panel lines, but it definitely does look very professional with how smooth it is. The sword is also so giant, that it comes with a specific set of hands just for it. Thankfully, it comes with both a left and right hand, which does mean you can do stuff like this. This is all really cool, but I'm surprised that the sword isn't weighing down the figure too much. Well, mostly. Don't fret, because you do get a stand for the sword. Most of the time, you won't need this, just a bit of balancing will get you through. But for poses where the sword is a bit closer to the ground, this really helps. To articulate my thoughts on the Valkyria sword, simply, Bandai must have heard the complaints about the chainsaw mace and made something that's 1,000 times better. Before I forget, it can also do this. To cover some other items you get, even if you've already been able to see them, you get this broken shoulder joint, which is really cool, really well sculpted, and easy to apply, even if the annoying part was getting the old shoulder out. Along with that, you get this shoulder effect piece. And wow, is it pretty. The transparent blue they used is really nice. With the sculpting, it looks almost gem-like. It's even a tiny bit sharp. So be at least a little careful as you try to attach this to the figure itself. It does look really cool when attached, but I think mine was possibly a bit squished during transit, so you know, be careful where you buy this. Also, it is a shame you only get just one of these, because it would have been really cool to have both shoulders just aflame. That's the only thing I feel like is missing, even if it's more for want. Last, and certainly not least, is the coolest thing ever. You get parts to turn the head from its standard loadout into what I'm gonna call the Unchained mode. And this is the most gorgeous part of this entire set. The new red eyes and the crackling red energy effects look awesome, recreating one of the best parts of the show. Plus, the pieces recreating the damage on the side of the head look really cool, but I think do deserve a bit of paint. If I remember correctly, this is the first time they've done this energy effect in a model kit, and I think it's turned out perfectly. The only complaint I have is that it can clash against the shoulder effect. Aside from that small issue, that's pretty much it. I don't have any other complaints. It's as close to perfect as you can reasonably get, which I think is a good descriptor of this entire set. The Master Grade Lupus expansion set comes with pretty much everything you need. Were there other things they could have included? Yeah, like I think another one of those shoulder effect pieces, and maybe even the eye effect for Vidar would have been nice. But what comes in this set already turns the Lupus into an amazing art piece, and makes this, at least at the moment, my favorite Gundam ever. Now, is that a big claim? Obviously, but I think it reaches all the goals it needs to, and goes a bit beyond in some aspects. The Lupus and the expansion set make a pretty perfect 10th anniversary, especially since Erda Hunt could have been way better. So I'm going to give the Barbatos Lupus and the expansion set 10 out of 10. Pretty much perfect. Finally done. Now to wait for Gundam Bale and Lupus Rex.